Good day, everyone. I'm Samuel Ajayi from Basira View Consulting. In this video, I will be taking us through basic process of bank statement reconciliation for a sales outfit. The set out objective for this video is actually a training video that we are designing for our operations manager to deploy for monthly bank payment vetting, because that aspect poses another operational risk for us. So we believe that this video will provide opportunity for do as I do approach, as the data will be sampled and given to operation managers for their use and for understanding of how basic bank statement reconciliation or bank statement vetting works. So here we are looking at the bank statement for a unit. Okay, we're looking at the bank statement for a unit, as we can see, for the month of July. Yes, it extends to August, but our interest is strictly July. Number two, we are interested in the credit transaction. What we want to reconcile is the credit transaction, this section of the bank statement. Then when you see the details, you also observe that these details are in text format. You can see that's what is responsible for these green icons that we can see. So what do we do to correct it? What we do to correct it is you can select, you go to format cells. Okay, what do you do? Accounting or number. Okay, it doesn't work. Then in that case, you may select this. When you select this, you will see a triangular arrow. Okay, this triangular arrow is a caution arrow. When you pick on that caution arrow, it will say convert to number. Then you select it. Then you do same for the next column. Pick from the first digit available in the column. Then drag down. You will see a caution arrow. Okay, on that caution arrow, click on it. It will give you the option of convert to number. You convert to number. Then let's go to the balance column. There you equally see a caution arrow. Click on convert to number and convert. Okay, now I will always advise that we color code this so we can identify it quickly. So in this case, let us color code this as let's use blue color, sky blue for this. And the next is, let us go on data and click on filter. Okay, so that way, of course, when you check the credit section, you will see empty spaces. So check on filter. When you check on filter, remove the blank spaces. Here we have a selection of strictly strictly the credit balances, the deposits made into the collection of account of Promasidor Nigeria Limited as it is. And as we know, this unit is non-performing, is not performing expressively for our clients, the Kalairu investment right now. So we have this detail. Then what do we want to do? Let us copy this. I need you to pay attention to how it was copied. Let us copy this. Okay. And paste it in another sheet. Okay. So there you go. Now here we have the payments. Here we have description of the payment. Here we have debit. Here we have balance. Here we have transaction. Do we need all this? We don't need the transaction ID and the balances. Yank it off. You don't need the check number. Yank it off. Okay. You can see we are deleting blank spaces. In this case, debit amount, you don't need it. Yank it off. Creation date, effective date. Okay. You might leave that. And let us create a column here and tag this one class, okay, or category or specification, whichever name you choose to call it. So we'll call this one bank statement. Bank statement. Okay, so there you go. Now the next aspect is we may call this sheet, we can rename this sheet 3, we can rename it and call it reconciliation. All right, reconciliation, reconciliation. Okay, so can call it reconciliation sheet. Then what do we do next? We have to pitch the payment ledger detail as extracted from the account platform. You come here, we pick the payment ledger detail. Can we see that? So what do we color code this? Let's either use yellow or gold to color code this just to make a distinction. Okay, so we copy and come and pitch under the reconciliation column here. So if you do a check, there is a coincidence here that the number of columns, both for the bank statement and for the payment ledger information, are in sync. But that is not the matter of interest. What we strictly want to check is actually the alignment of the payment information. Okay, so but in this case, we might just take it a step further. Let us copy this name here. Okay, instead of keeping it here, let us paste it here. There you go. Okay, so let us tag this one payment record, or okay, let me say software, account software. So while the first one is pointing to what Dr. Lairu, our client, Dr. Lairu Investment has paid in the bank. While the one in blue is for bank statement, the content in yellow are on the account software. So our interest now is to look for alignment. Okay, so let's come again and do a format of the cell so that the number will be in this it will have similar pattern. So let us use number and let us use okay. Okay, so you can see that there are no demarcations, so we may take it a step further. Good. So that so there you go. So in this case, we can now deploy the use of conditional formatting. Okay, just come on home, you see conditional formatting. Having highlighted the payment column, you can see highlight cell rule. On highlight cell rule, there is provision for duplicate values. Okay, so okay, so it goes to say that everything that is on red has duplicate value, has duplicate value. Everything on red has duplicate value. Let's check. Let's just do a quick check to what we are saying. Everything on red has duplicate value, and it is such that you have one on bank statements and you have one on so you can see, let's pick 62,500 for example, or let's pick 21,500 for example. You can see here is one on bank statement, here is one on the software. So when you do a check, where is the inconsistency that we see on the basis of this record? The inconsistency that we see on the basis of this record, they are just two. So to call them out, I can change the font to purple, okay, while I change the font of this to purple for by way of illustration. Then I come on filter to pick them out. Filter by color, okay. Let's pick font color purple. So can you see? So these are the two only items that this bank statement brought out inconsistencies on. And what is the difference? So while Abdulaziz paid 312,100 naira according to bank statement, it was documented as 312,000 naira on record. And that is the inconsistency. So we may report that every other thing detailed according to that bank statement are accurate. Thank you.